a grammar lesson, namely phrasal verbs. First, we need to explain what a phrasal verb is. A phrasal verb is a verb that is made of a main verb together with an adverb or a preposition. Have a verb A phrasal verb is a verb that is made up of a preposition or an adverb or both. The meaning of a phrasal verb is not clear from the meanings of the individual words themselves. For example, let's take the verb to look. This is the main verb. If I add a preposition like up, or I can add for, or out. So here we have three phrasal verbs. They have different meanings. And to understand them, we need to read these verbs in context. For example, here, look up. It means to search for a word in a dictionary. But look for means to search for somebody or something. Look out has a different meaning. It means to be careful. If you don't understand a word, you look it up in a dictionary in order to understand its meaning. You look up a word in the dictionary. When you lose something, you look for it. For example, I've lost my wallet and I'm looking for it now. I don't know where it is. I'm looking for it. I'm searching for it. Look out is to be careful. Imagine you're crossing the street and a car is coming, and then somebody may call out for you, hey, look out, be careful. So we can also add, other prepositions and other adverbs to this verb to have another phrasal verb. For example, look forward to. Look forward to, and it means to long for or to hope for something to happen because you know it's going to be exciting. We can also add another particle. Let's say look down on. To look down on somebody, to despise them. We can also change this with look up to. And so on and so forth. So the meaning of a phrasal verb is not in the individual words that it is consisted of, but it is in the entire verb. The verb plus the preposition or the adverb. So we're going to read the text. It's an email written by Amina to her friend Jane about Jane's next holiday to Morocco. Dear Jane, how are you? I hope you're fine. My family and I got very excited when we knew that you will visit Morocco next August. My father insists on knowing your flight schedule so that he can pick you up when you arrive at the airport. I will do up your room because my parents have agreed to put you up in our house until your holiday in Morocco is over. Spending time with my family will help you to pick up some expressions in Moroccan dialects. This way, you will find out more about the Moroccan culture. I am sure you will fall for and get along with the people here, because they are friendly and hospitable. They really like to take care of their guests. I must stop now. I'm looking forward to seeing you here next August. Best wishes, Amina. As you can see, the bold type words are phrasal verbs. Let's deal with the first exercise. Are these statements true or false? Justify. The first question: Jane will travel to Morocco by boat. So go back to the text. How are you? I hope you're fine. My family and I got very excited when we knew that you will visit Morocco next August. My father insists on knowing your flight schedule. So here we have a key word: flight schedule. What is a flight? A flight is a journey by plane. It's a journey by plane. When you travel by plane, that's a flight. Schedule is a program. The time when the plane arrives and leaves the airport. That's the flight schedule. So that he can pick you up from there when you arrive at the airport. So here we have airport, we have flight schedule. So the statement, Jane will travel to Morocco by boat, is false. And you can justify with the flight schedule and you arrive at the airport. Question number 2. Amina and her family will host Jane. Host, when you host somebody, you provide them with a place where they can stay and live for a particular period of time. For example, when I go to Marrakesh, I don't stay in a hotel. My cousin who lives there hosts me up or puts me up. All right? So here, Amina and her family will host Jane. True or false? Let's go to the second paragraph. I will do up your room. This is a key expression here. Because my parents have agreed to put you up in our house. So the answer is True. Because my parents have agreed to put you up in my house. Put you up is a phrasal verb, and it means to host somebody for a particular period of time, to provide them with accommodation. Now, I'd like you to read the email again and try to find phrasal verbs meaning the same as the expressions that you have there. For example, in number 1, to decorate a building so that it looks better. For example, before you have a birthday party, you decorate the place where the party will take place. So, what phrasal verb can mean that? Look at paragraph number 2. I will do up your room. Very good. So the verb there is do up. Do up. When we say do up, means decorate or repair a place so that it looks better. Number 2, to accommodate somebody temporarily for a particular period of time. So if you go back to the second paragraph again, I will do up your room, I will prepare your room, I will repair it, I will decorate it, because my parents have agreed to put you up in our house. So the verb there is put you up. To put somebody up is to provide them with accommodation, to provide them with a place where they can stay and live for a particular period of time, of course. Number 3, to end and be finished. Again, it's in paragraph number 2. I will do up your room because my parents have agreed to put you up in our house until your holiday in Morocco is over. I'm sure you're familiar with this expression when you're playing video games and then the game ends. They say, or they send you a message saying game is over, means game is finished. So the word there, or the phrasal verb there, is to be over. When we say it's over, means it's finished. Number 4, to learn a language informally. Informally, not at school, maybe simply by watching films or listening to songs in the target language. Look here. Again, it's in paragraph number 2. So, spending time with my family will help you to pick up some expressions in Moroccan dialect. It's like when a foreigner comes to Morocco and stays with the Moroccan family, this foreigner picks up frequent expressions like good morning, in the Moroccan dialect, of course, like صباح الخير, كيف الحال. They pick up these expressions because they are easy to learn and they don't go to school for that. So pick up. So remember, to pick up a language, to learn this language effortlessly, you don't go to school for that. Simply by watching films or listening to music or communicating with native speakers. One more thing I'd like you to remember is that certain phrasal verbs can have a number of meanings. So this is why you should pay attention to the context, to to understand the meaning of the phrasal verb. For example, the pen or the marker is on the floor. I'm going to pick it up. Pick it up. So pick up the marker is different from pick up a language. All right? Let's move on. Now, number 5. To discover and learn about something that you normally didn't know about before. So let's go back to the email. So this way you will find out more about the Moroccan way of life. So when you pick up some Moroccan expressions, you will find out more about the Moroccan way of life. You will understand more. You will know and learn more about the culture of Morocco. So here the word is find out. Find out means to discover, to learn about something. Number 6, to have a friendly relationship with somebody. Let's go back to the email. This way you will find out more about the Moroccan way of life. I am sure you will fall for, you will love, you will be attracted to, you will fall for and get along with the people here. Means when you learn some Moroccan expressions and when you learn more about the Moroccan culture, you will love and you will have a good relationship with the people here. So the phrasal verb that we need here is to get along with. Get along with. So get along with means to have a good relationship with someone. With no problems, with no fightings and arguing, etc., etc. Number 7, to await something eagerly to happen because you know it's going to be exciting and you know you will enjoy it. So let's go back to the email again. Okay. You will find out more about the Moroccan way of life. I'm sure you will fall for and get along with the people here because they are friendly and hospitable. Friendly, nice people, hospitable, welcoming. They take care of their guests. They really like to take care of their guests. I must stop now. I'm looking forward to seeing you here next August. Means I'm awaiting for, I am longing for. I've already written this here. Look forward to long for, to hope for something to happen, especially eagerly. So the answer is look forward to. Now, let's move on to the next step. We're going to see some exercises to learn more phrasal verbs and practice the ones we have seen in the email. So the first exercise, you will need to match the verbs in the list with their corresponding definitions. As you can see, you have a list of phrasal verbs and then you have their definitions. So number 1, to take care, I would start with A, to search for the meaning of a word in the dictionary. To search for the meaning of a word in the dictionary. We've already seen this in the example I gave you earlier. To look up. To look up. B. To remove clothes. When it's hot, you can remove your clothes. So, take off. C. To discover a fact or a piece of information is to find out. D. To stop working or functioning for a car, for a phone, a TV. When it stops working, we say it breaks down. It breaks down. For example, my phone broke down and I took it to the technicians to fix it. E. To reject or refuse. When you refuse something or reject it, you turn it down. F. To make a formal request. You apply for. G. To dress oneself with a piece of clothing. For example, a hat or a jacket. We say, put on. Put on. H. To search for someone or something. We already seen this in the example here. To look for. I. To write or type information on a document in spaces that are provided for it. For example, in some exercises, you may be required to fill in the gaps, complete the gaps, to fill in. And the last one is to look after. To look after someone is to take care of him or her. To take care of. Next exercise. You should underline the words with the correct phrasal verbs. You will have sentences and then choices to choose from. Choose the correct phrasal verb that can be replaced with the underlined words. Number 1. Before traveling to France, Ali had made a request for a visa. So you have A, B, or C. So the answer is B, applied for. Before traveling to France, Ali had applied for a visa. He wrote an application for the visa. Number 2, we were late because our car stopped working due to a fault in the engine. We had to call a mechanic to help us fix it. So here, it's A, broke down. Broke down. Next, to search for the meaning of a word in the dictionary. You've already seen this here. Yeah, it's to look up. Look up a word in the dictionary if you don't understand it. 4. In Morocco, it's culturally appropriate to remove your shoes, when you are invited in. When someone invites you in his house, you should remove your shoes. So here, the word is take off. Take off. In Morocco, it's culturally appropriate to take off your shoes when you are invited in. Number 4, don't forget to wear your jacket. It's very cold outside. So the correct option is put on. Don't forget to put on, to wear. Very good. Next exercise, and it is the last one. Now you're going to do the same thing, but this time you have to pay attention to the changes that may, occur to the verb. Replace the words in brackets with a suitable phrasal verb from the list. Make any necessary changes. So you have find out. We already explained it. It means to discover and learn about something. fill in, to complete a form or a document with your information. Turn down, to refuse and reject. Apply for, to make an official and a formal request for something. For example, you may apply for a visa, you may apply for a job, you may apply for admission in one of the faculties. Look for, to search for something. I don't know where my mobile phone is, so I'm looking for it. I'm looking for, to look for, to search. Make up, it means to invent something, to come up with a story. All right, let's start reading. Number 1. Just after graduating from university, Layla started, you have search. Very good. And pay attention to the changes. Looking for. Layla started looking for a job. When she saw a job advertisement online, she immediately applied for it. However, when she got a response, she found out, she discovered, she learned that her application was turned down because she forgot the application form with her information, because she forgot to fill in. All right, so let's move on to the next exercise. Okay, as you can see, you have a list of phrasal verbs. Now it's your turn. Try to write your own sentences using these verbs, and try to look for other phrasal verbs and use them in your own sentences. Thank you very much.